And we are live. Now, everyone, Chris is having some technical issues at the moment, so you won't be able to hear him for, I don't know how
Can't hear me?
long. I
Can't
don't
hear
know.
me?
I was just able to hear him like 2 minutes ago. All right, so while Chris sorts himself out, hi, people here. Hey, Eric, hey, Luke, and hey, DRP are the people I see in the chat.
Can you hear me now?
Eric Flapjack actually says hero mode autograph merch when. Listen, I'm still waiting for my hero mode.
Can they hear me?
Okay, I'm still waiting for that.
This is so funny.
Oh, you can hear both of us?
They can hear me. That's what I was. I think it's you, Zach.
What's on my end?
I think it's you. Okay, then I'm switching back over to my good mic. Hold
on. Talk. Wow. I forgot.
Okay, I'm back on my good mic.
Okay, I forgot that my computer was muted.
Dog. I'm sitting here freaking out, wondering what the hell happened on my end.
I forgot. My friend
looking
sent
like the
me
idiot.
A video, and so I muted you, so I didn't hear anything in the background. I forgot to unmute it. You know,
I understand.
That's the Zach Pack way, man. That's the Zach Pack way.
It's fine.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I got chat here.
Oh, well, hello everyone. Sorry about that.
Hey, you guys.
I just did a stupid. You know, that's what I do. That's what I do. All right, here's an interesting question from DRP Smash. Will a thing you just premiered be more than one part?
Sure.
Maybe. Who knows? Whenever I meet up with Chris, maybe we'll do another part. Maybe we'll do something else. I don't know.
Pop out chat. There we go. Yeah. If you come back, let's just keep it going. This time with a bunch of other Zachs.
No. You continue now. It's just a bunch of Zachs and But yeah, well, we can definitely plan something because that was a ridiculous amount of fun to make. That was
a blast. That was really fun.
That was so fun. Throughout today's stream, I want to go because like there's so many like fun things we did, like so many fun like just little things that happened when we were filming, and I think it'd be kind of cool to just like kind of go through it, and then we can just talk about it and do whatever.
Let's do it.
So Rafa asked, "Hi guys, who edited the video? It's great. Really liked it." Him.
Thank you.
I can't edit that good. Me no edit that good. That's all him. Basically, in terms of the story, obviously the Ocarina Paradox story itself was originally on Chris's channel. Parts 1 and 2 are on his channel. That's why I put like 3 in the title so that people knew that this is like a continuation based.
Dude, we pulled a Luigi's Mansion on that. It was like the first one, and then the second one didn't have 2 in the name, and then the third one is 3. Yeah, the second one like wasn't really 2, but it was. It's perfect. Classic.
Yeah. So the Aquarium Paradox was from Chris's channel. The main idea of the story was kind of mine, but we also kind of put it together. Yeah. And then the editing was all Chris, all the post-production stuff. I did some little things like on the thermometer and the EMF reader. Like I did some of that kind of stuff. And then I sent that to Chris, and then Chris superimposed it all into the skit, which was absolutely amazing. That EMF reader looked so good because that wasn't an actual EMF reader. You know,
no, it wasn't. It was the back of my phone. It was this, and I superimposed the colors and the lights onto it with After Effects, just with like motion tracking and everything, and like it looks like it's on the phone. It's pretty good. I was really happy with how that turned out.
I was so nervous at first. I was like, I don't know, like I'm scared that might not come out as well as we'd want it to, but yeah, so DRP asked, where are you now? Zach in a different room. But yeah, Eric, after that, I'm back home. I got home a little less than a week ago.
Eric!
It's sad. Oh, yeah, it's sad. It's not Austin.
No.
Oh, my gosh. It was a fun trip, though. I can't wait to go back, hopefully sometime soon.
I forgot I have chat up here.
And DRP Smack says, also loved the Mario Party 6 playthrough that you, Chris, Dave, and I forgot her name, that's Caitlin, that we all did together. Yes, that was a lot of fun. Go watch the video if you haven't. It was a really fun time.
That was a really great video. There's some classic moments in there, like when Caitlin almost called 3 10s in a row on a triple, on a super whatever, on a triple dice. And then like also at the very end when it's revealed who won, like dude, that's priceless. It's classic.
Yeah, I saw someone commented, I think it was like yesterday or 2 days ago, that it was a 29 something. Like I was wearing headphones. I was like, what moment was that? Is when we
I saw that too.
When we both fell and one goes up, I was like, oh, I forgot the headphone warning.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I forgot the headphone warning.
We were both falling and we are just waiting for the timer to stop so that we wouldn't fall too far, you know?
Yeah, because we were at about the same level, so we were just both falling like,
dude,
no!
It was so funny. It was so good. And like none of the Koopas were positioned, the Koopa Troopers were positioned, so we just under us, so we just kept falling. It was like, stop falling.
Oh,
Eric says, I think that was the first time I've ever heard someone say Super Paper Mario was the best Paper Mario. Well, actually, that whole little bit there at the end toward the end when we're talking about like Dark Moon was great, Origami King was better than Thousand Year Door. Like that was all just written purely for comedic effect. Like I don't actually believe Origami King is better than Thousand Year Door, but I do actually think Super Paper Mario is the best Paper Mario. So that's actually true.
Yeah, like I think that's like I think I said something like this, like going into this skit, you have to go into it with the mindset of this is just for fun.
Yeah.
Like I don't actually think that Dark Moon is utter trash. Like I mean I don't like the game, but I don't think it's utter trash. Like you have to go into it with just kind of.
It's all extremes for the sake of comedy. You know, you can't be wishy-washy. You got to be like, yeah, it's just fun. It's all fun. But I do actually believe Super Paper Mario is the best Paper Mario. That is my personal hot take opinion. So that's the one element of truth in there. So you could believe that the Chris that runs back up, the workout Chris wearing the headband and says that's the main Chris. That's truly me because that's what I actually believe.
So DRP Smash says great Doctor Who reference. Thank you. I'm glad someone recognized it and liked it. Yeah, I did. Obviously in the beginning there was like the regeneration. Well, actually throughout the whole thing, as the Chris's are disappeared, they all have the regeneration thing. I thought like because Doctor Who is all about time and space and dimensions and all that, and like alternate dimensions, I thought it'd be kind of cool to throw those kind of references in there. So I'm glad that it was perfect. Glad someone appreciates. Zach and Chris, have we had this conversation before?
That's so good. That's a good throw. That's a throwback to my old skits. Most of the stuff in this skit is stuff that like for your channel more so that like your audience and stuff will understand and find funny. But that's a throwback to how my last skit ended. Have we had this conversation before? Facepalm, cut to credits.
Yeah, like that's honestly how I wanted to, because obviously, I did want it to be framed more around like, what my channel is about. But I'm like, it's continuing your story. It's got to have you and, all your antics and obviously little references that people that maybe watch CC Media will also understand and really like. And it'll help them not follow along, but like it a lot as well.
Yep.
Nintendo Hero. Hey, Nintendo Hero.
Hey.
Just got done watching the 4K special. It was absolutely incredible. Great job, guys. It was awesome. Thanks. It was a bunch of fun to do. It was honestly like one of the most fun things, one of the most fun projects, or probably the most fun project I've ever worked on in my life. So
yeah, it was really fun.
It was really fun.
That sort of stuff where you can just get really creative and just have fun with it and add that nice, like really professional, like high quality flair to it as well. It's really nice. Like the whole all around, like I like it. I like the quality of it, but there are particular, I think it works for what it is, but I think there are like some moments there where I'm just like, damn, that camera work is nice. Like, oh, this looks like a movie. Like, especially like when we're outside talking to each other while they're throwing the cappies. Like, dude, I love those shots. There are nice. And it was fun for me as a filmmaker to sort of add those cinematic touches as well to like particular parts, with the spooky music and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I was almost nervous. Actually, yeah, I'll actually pull up the thing now, so maybe we can do it like this view. No, not that view. Got that stream. This view. There we go. I was almost nervous that the spooky nature of the phasmophobia part and even the seance part would like turn people off. But like when I saw how it all came together, especially how like the seance had that very comedic element to it, and even the phasmophobia part had a very comedic element to it, I think it just all blended together really nicely. And
I think so too. I mean, when I got to the seance bit too, that's when like we were running out of time and I had to start, editing it together quicker because I spent a lot of time like perfecting the comedic timing of like the first half of the film, especially once we got to the seance, though, I mean, it all worked. It all worked and flowed like pretty well. And so I didn't have to do like a whole lot of editing to like find the comedy there, because it was just great. It was so funny inherently, just you saying the stuff, and then David walking up and being like, I'll come back later. You know, it worked really well.
I think David's cameo is probably one of my favorite parts. Just walking in on us having a full-on seance, the lights flicker, and he's just walking in like, I'll come back later. I just love it.
It's so good.
So before we go into the video, hello, Toy Bonnie. Hello.
Hey,
how you doing?
Toy Bonnie.
And it was genuinely funny at multiple parts, and the camera work and acting were fantastic too. Thank you.
Thanks.
That's nice to hear, because I mean, unlike Chris, I'm not an actor, so I was almost scared. Like, I was like, oh my god, Chris is going to be like amazing. I'm going to be like this doofus. But I actually think I actually did a decent job.
Oh yeah, you did great. I also didn't, I mean, it's like, it's all just, I wasn't necessarily focused on my acting, technique. It was all just fun, like.
Yeah, I mean, here, actually, we'll talk about certain things like bloopers and all that. But like, I had a lot more outtakes. I kept laughing at a lot of parts. But yeah. Oh, first thing I want to point out, Eric. Thank you for the $5 super chat.
Hey, thank you, Eric.
Down David for a Hero Mode autograph poster. Already bought the shirt.
Yes.
Poster. Chris,
I got you, Eric.
An autograph poster. You said that you were going to sign me a poster and get me one.
I did.
You never did.
I forgot. I lose track. So many people want my autograph. I got two right here.
You're famous.
Eric and Zach, I will one day get you guys both that.
Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. Thanks for joining the chat. So Caitlin was our ghost in the chat, so everyone say hello to Caitlin. And obviously she was in the Mario Party video. Yeah, even after working on this skit and everything, I still don't know what phasmophobia is. Watch gameplay videos, even if they're not mine, because my computer's kind of poo-poo, so the gameplay kind of looks poo-poo. So watch videos. It's a really fun game. It's a game where you go into haunted houses and you have different things with you, like a notebook or a thermometer or an EMF reader and other stuff as well. And you have to identify what kind of ghost is haunting the house based on what kind of evidence you get. It's a really good game. I play it all the time. Like, I have over like 250 hours into that game. Like a lot. Like, that is a fun game. I'm at level 400. I usually don't play a game to get to level 400. Like, it's really good.
That sounds fun.
Haven't watched it yet. Sorry. It's okay if you haven't watched the skit. Well, actually, I'd say go watch it now because we're going to go through it and talk about individual parts. But yeah. Any more videos coming out with you and Chris? Yes. This week we have a WarioWare video coming out, and I'm editing behind the scenes and bloopers for the skit, and we have a Hey Listen coming out.
Dude, I'm so ready for that.
The Hey Listen.
I'm so ready for that. It's so good.
It is so good. It's a big video to edit, though. It's so big. I honestly underestimated.
You talk about. I know what big videos to edit are like, brother.
Shush, man. You're trained in it. I'm not. I'm a little unexperienced guy. You know.
No, I get it. Hey, listens are tough. There's a lot to it. I mean, the final runtime of our recording was like an hour 30 or something, right? I mean,
yeah, it was like an hour and 30-something minutes.
But it's so good. I'm so excited.
And I've narrowed it down to like 40 minutes now, which that might have to be it because I can't cut out too much more. So, let's see. Absolutely love the "you watch my videos, right?" running joke.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
great.
We had a few different running jokes throughout the skit that I was like, these are kind of cool. And hi, Nicktoons. All right.
Hi, Nicktoons.
So let's walk through. Okay, so I bet one of the biggest questions that some people might have is this actually Central Park?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I flew Chris up to New York for a day, and we filmed in Central Park. No, this is not Central Park. As convincing as it was, this is not Central Park.
This is right. It's right in a park. It's at a park right by my house that we made sure not to show any Austin buildings in the background, or just buildings in general. We made sure not to show the skyline because if this was New York, you'd see big, tall buildings anywhere around. And yeah, I think it worked pretty well. Tried to color correct it to where it matched that opening like drone shot of Central Park pretty well, so it's seamless. And yeah.
And I think the pigeons in the background really do help. Like everyone knows in New York, there's lots of pigeons, so all the pigeons in the background really do sell that. So really, really good. I really like how this opening bit looks. Yeah.
So for any video editors out there, I've been learning DaVinci Resolve. I've been switching over from Premiere to that. And this film was my first project doing that with. And so a lot of it was me learning especially color correcting. And so I got to play around with color correction a lot. And especially like in the first half of the skit, like I'm so proud of like how it's all corrected. And like the Phasmophobia stuff's pretty good too. It's like all spooky. But like I love this. It looks so good and I'm so proud.
Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite shots, mostly because, like, I don't know, I just love how you superimpose the Luigi's Mansion 3DS gameplay.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't actually playing that. That is motion tracked onto the 3DS with a lowered opacity.
Yeah, and it looks so good. And I'm honestly even kind of proud. So obviously with Luigi's Mansion for 3DS, there's a top screen and bottom screen, but I couldn't find any bottom screen that matched the nursery. So I kind of had to make one myself almost. Like I remember I had to take this is from later in the game, hence why the boot counter's on here, which it actually isn't in the original game. So that's not really blended, just something I didn't really care about. But then I took like a screenshot of the map, and I kind of have to create like the text. All this I had to create myself, and it blends in so well. Like you can't even tell that it's not the actual bottom screen while that's happening. It's really good in my opinion.
Yeah, it's cool. And the track is pretty good.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is another kind of like throwback or another like, connection, like another setup and then a payoff later on is like you're sort of saying the chant to yourself, like very quietly, while you're playing. And it's just in the moment it's played as just kind of stupid and silly. But like in the end, it's because you had it in your head. So you remember what the chant was and this is it. So you start here and then this is the chant that you say later on during the seance. It's a good kind of connecting it all together, like from the top, everything has purpose, and that's the point of good film making. I love it.
It's so good. Looking at chat, let's see. DRP Smash says like videos that get me hooked from the start, and this did great work. I'm so glad. This was so much fun to do. Swiftjar, hey Swiftjar.
Hey Swiftjar.
My lord, that skit was amazing. Congrats, Legends. Thank you so much. Nintendo here said, I've actually started using Resolve recently too. Sadly, it doesn't run very well on my laptop though, but yeah, the color correcting in Resolve is amazing.
Dude, the color correcting is like, it's next level. It's not, dude, compared to Premiere is like a child's chew toy or like a dog's chew toy. That's what I meant to say. Like child's play. Because the Resolve is just like, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, though the regeneration stuff, this stuff you had to do in After Effects, right?
This stuff I did in After Effects, and then I put it back into Resolve. This is the best version of the regeneration effect. We put a lot of effort into this. The rest of the times when all the other Chris's explode, I did that a bit quicker. But this one looks really good. We put a lot of time into this. Like, look at how his face like starts to distort, from the heat. And there's like smoke, a little bit of like kind of smoke rising up. So cool.
Yeah, if you guys watched my video that I uploaded yesterday, the Mario Party harsh review, at the very end, Chris, I did this video. It's like a harsh review of Mario Party Superstars, which is a response to something my friend Connor Condria did. And basically at the end, I had to add up a bunch of scores. So what I did, and I took that picture, the big brain picture, the big head picture from the one that I showed you and Caitlin and all that. And I just like edited that with all the numbers around it. That's from like this kind of scene where like, all the distortion effects going on.
It's great. Just a turbulent displacement. That's all it is. Just makes it all. Ooh.
Oh my God. This explosion. What I love, what I found absolutely amazing is that like you managed to like have it like, cause I remember when we were editing the footage, all the people were in different places, but like as you can see, like
when you disappear, the people are still there.
Yeah, like these
and the birds, they're in the same spot. It adds a lot. It really makes it especially believable.
Yeah.
I just like basically masked around like where you're standing and then feathered it like crazy and then anyways. It was cool. And then I added, a camera shake in post, right? To add just the craziness, and it's making everything rumble. It's making everything shake. How cool would it be if we had thrown a stick over at those birds or something and they all flew away? We made them all fly away.
Those birds flew away so many times while we were like shooting this and like
but we never quite got it.
But we never got it. Like we never got it. Like when I was doing the boom. So and then there's the 3DS on the graphic.
We still have you just left your 3DS. Sorry, 3DS.
Let's see here. I'm looking to move on from Premiere. Too many bugs on my end.
Yeah, Premiere, it's like it was Premiere is everything I needed it to be. Premiere was the best editing software until I looked into DaVinci and realized it's not. I'm like, dang, DaVinci has so much that. And also I got a new camera I got it. It's a Blackmagic camera, so it's the same company that makes DaVinci Resolve, and so I got it included the paid version of it. So I have that as well, which gives like noise reduction, which is really nice, which I didn't use in this much. You know, like film grain, like that kind of noisy, like staticky, like in the darks kind of. It can reduce that, which is really cool. But I didn't use it here because it really wears down my laptop. Anyways.
So we got some spam in the chat. Hold on. I gotta.
Oh,
that's not appropriate.
That's when you know that you are big time.
I know, right? I've hit the big
spammed.
time when I have naughty people.
Eric, we did drop the 3DS XL onto a pillow. That is exactly what we did. That pillow back there.
Dude, yep. I was so shocked because that pillow was really small. So I was like, I'm gonna miss this pillow because I had to drop it from standing height. So it was like a 5.5 foot drop, and I was like, I have to drop this onto a pillow that's like barely bigger than the 3DS.
It worked out. We just put it right underneath you, right underneath where you were holding it, and bam.
Yeah.
And then I added the sound of it hitting the ground in post because it hitting a pillow didn't really make any noise, but we needed a sound there. And I love this transition into the 60 seconds earlier. It's just so clean and so quick, and I love it. I love it with the music and lightning thunder strike. And
no, we didn't actually play Nintendo Land for this. We got this, I think, from like Nintendo Movies, that YouTube channel.
We stole all this footage. If you look closely, the continuity of like where the characters are standing, it's all over the place when we cut back and forth between the gameplay. But that's partially why I'm so zoomed in here, so you can't really tell because you don't really notice.
And I think the only gameplay that we actually captured ourselves is the Mario Party 6 footage. I believe that's the only footage that was actually that we recorded. What made you want to do this skit? Well, Chris and I, like, whenever we hang out, we always like to film stuff, whether it's smaller videos like the gameplay videos or like the hot sauce challenge or, like different videos like that. But I was like, I wanted to do something for my 4,000 subscriber, special. I wanted to do something cool. And I was like, well, why not a skit? And then, I was like, oh, we can continue Chris's Ocarina Paradox. I can have him involved. We can work on it together. And,
The original idea, too, was that you get sent to my old setup at my old house, like you get sent there. And that's especially like, you're in my world now. But then I moved, and so we had to sort of work with it. But it's fine. It's like it worked out just fine. Because also it's like we make some jokes about how we're in a new space. And that's sort of like what kicks off the whole thing. It's like maybe the ocarina, maybe the spell will be different now that we're in like a new place. And sure enough, it is. That sends you here.
Yeah.
So it worked. It's all right. Nintendo here said something a second ago.
How the frick did you time it so that all 5 Chris's speak together? Honestly, a lot of it was convenience as well. Like, we figured out like one Chris would look and we'd be like, oh my god, that's like perfect timing. It wasn't even intentional.
Yeah, well, some of it was intentional on my part. Like I remembered how I looked certain ways and I was like, I'm gonna look that way. But a lot of it wasn't intentional. It was like just piecing it together and editing. And it was hard. It was a lot. Because you're talking about 5 layers piled on top of each other with masks and feathers to try and fit all the Chris's in here. And look at like the shadows that I'm casting on the couch. I had to account for that, especially in this scene here. The Chris in the middle, the workout Chris that's saying, let's go. His arm crosses over in front of the other Chris so many times. And it's just each little movement I had to go in and paint it out so that the arm would be over. And it was great. It was fun, but it was a lot. So I appreciate the appreciation. Yeah. And also like the mic is sitting right down here and I cropped it out as well. Right where my mouse is. Which now I'm realizing like you can totally see where I masked that, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, really? I can't. Oh, okay. I can see a little bit.
See how there's just that horizontal line just cutting straight through the couch.
It's not that noticeable. I honestly didn't notice it.
It's because it was after I did all the color corrections and I just didn't. By that point, I was like, we got to get this thing done. Otherwise, I'm going to spend 4 hours on masking out a microphone.
So that joke, actually, I think that was an unintentional callback as well. Like we didn't. I didn't remember.
I totally forgot. All the Chris's in my first Ocarina skit, all the Chris's hurt themselves at the same time and go, ow, ow, ow. But this was like a better version of that. This is even funnier.
Yeah, like Chris slams a gamepad down onto his foot. Again, there was a pillow. We didn't actually break a
There was a
gamepad.
pillow. But my Wii U's already broken, so
Fair enough.
everyone goes, ow, ow.
Yeah, I still think my favorite part is you wouldn't notice it, but every Chris is holding onto their right leg and like hurting their right leg, except for this Chris.
Don't worry about it.
That Chris hurts their left leg, but
either way, there was a lot to think about.
It's funny.
I totally just forgot what leg.
It's funny. I mean, I don't care. It's funny as hell. It was funny.
Each Chris interprets pain differently.
And you never let yourself win, or like, you know, that joke was the one that ran on throughout the film, and it was really good.
We brought that back in a lot of ways. You let yourself, brought that back a lot of times.
It was here. What was the other one? It was here. The Cappy thing, and then the seance bit. It was so perfect.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, exactly.
That one is an inverted Chris.
Inverted Chris, exactly.
I read the deep lore.
That one got a little screwed up in the process of. We don't talk about him. He's a little deformed.
One thing that I love, which I'll honestly, I don't usually like to take credit for something. I will kind of take credit for this one. I like that we gave the Chris's all different personalities and like have them look kind of different and behave differently. Sure. Like, for example, in this scene, I like love how the Chris with the Inkling is like, oh my god, that's terrible. Like, you know, like he has, like I don't know if it's sarcasm or not, but it's like,
no, yeah, I don't really know either. It just came out while I was saying it, and I was like, dog, that's funny. That's so funny. Like, oh, you never let your you wish you never existed. That's terrible. And it kind of like ends with that one too. It works really well. With each of these, I tried to have like a topper, like a cherry on top to the joke with each one. Like that's kind of the last thing you hear in a way, you know, because that's really what makes what sells it. And so with this one, it's like, you know, it's that. With another one, it's anyways, if you keep watching each one, there's kind of like a last thing that one of the Chris's says that just kind of like tops it off in a funny way.
Why can't you ban someone? You can put a user in timeout, but you can't ban them.
I can block them. I won't be able to see their messages, but that doesn't do any good for anyone else. I can report.
It's so stupid. Yeah, that's what I did, but it doesn't remove their messages. It's so stupid. YouTube, please, you're doing this false copyright strike or blocking stuff on like Gilvis on his channel. Why is this stuff like?
I know exactly. It's like, dog, you're not putting in the effort where the effort's needed.
Channel?
Nintendo Hero.
Oh, I can. Okay.
A minute ago, you said there's the Chekhov's gun principle thing, but everything being important in filmmaking, you nailed that here. Yeah, thank you. I try. Yeah, that's try to live by that. Just everything's got to serve a purpose, and it's got to be tight. It's got to move. It's got to be quick. And I think overall, this thing it works really well with this film. It moves, you know.
Yeah.
It's not too fast paced, but it moves. It's got to move.
Yeah, like I kind of like that. A lot of the middle part is just kind of like bam, bam, bam. Like particularly like the
Act 2,
and the
fun
ring
and games.
Stuff.
You know. Yeah, exactly.
So now looking for the Ocarina. We honestly, for like the first few days, we didn't know if we even had the Ocarina.
Yeah, we weren't sure if I still had it. Eventually, I found it, but we wrote a version of the scene where like one of them's like, we can't find the Ocarina, so they just pull up the Song of Time, like, and play it out loud on their phone or whatever. Might have been kind of funny and cute, but
I'm glad we actually found the actual Ocarina.
I'm glad we found the actual Ocarina. Yeah, we probably honestly would have just ordered one from Amazon, like next day shipping or whatever. Say like $15.
Yeah,
because you were here a whole week. We had plenty of time.
Yeah.
What else did the Hurt Leg Chris was actually really funny. Thank you. Oh, what was I looking for? So someone said something a second ago.
Yeah, it's among the freaking.
Did they delete? Did it go away?
I don't think so.
Anyway, someone asked, was it more than just over 13 minutes, Chris, or did you have to cut any of it out? No, we didn't. I don't think we really cut anything.
We didn't cut any scene. In fact, the amount of stuff we added while we were filming was actually kind of shocking. Like, for example, Caitlin's part and even David's part, I think. Well, David's part was a little more ingrained, but Caitlin's part, her part as the ghost, we literally did that night. I was like, well, what if we actually had a ghost? And I was like, Caitlin, because I was like, I mean, actually, it couldn't be me or Chris. David already has cameo at the end, so I was like, Caitlin, will you be our ghost? And she was like, heck yeah. So
yeah, it was great.
oh my gosh.
Rest in peace, Gilva Sunner. So many of my Nintendo music playlists got destroyed yesterday. I know. It sucks.
And especially if it's not actually Nintendo that did that blocking. Like that's just like that's even crazier.
How long was the editing process? Zach, when did you leave?
I left last Monday.
So I guess for the last 5 days, I've been editing probably like 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yeah, but even when we were there, like, you know, on my last day, the day before my flight, we were up until 1:30 in the morning, I think.
Yeah, we were up till basically 2 editing, trying to get as much of it done as possible before you left. Little did we know, like, there was it was a lot more that I ended up needing to do, but it was fine. It was totally fine. Editing
felt
just
so
takes
bad. I felt so bad because I'm like, you have your short film coming up in just like a week and a half or a little bit more now. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like so bad taking up this time.
It's fine. Now it's all done. Now it's all done so I can focus on the short film. But and the timing worked out well. But yeah, it took a while. I forget how long how much more complex and time consuming it takes to edit like narrative work, not just like, you know, like news updates or like gaming videos kind of stuff like I've done for a while, like with Game Explain and CC Media. Like editing narrative stuff, especially comedy stuff, is you really have to spend time to like make it work and just have the comedy be right and have the right amount of you know, it's just a lot more than just like talking about video games, you know.
Yeah,
which is obviously like there's a lot to that too, but less on the editing side.
Yeah, like I feel like I mean I like because obviously, you know, editing, but also has to do a lot with like the script, and we actually came up with that script pretty quickly. Like we spent I mean, it wasn't a whole day, right? But it wasn't like a whole afternoon. Like we got smoothies or boba or whatever, and then like we spent like the whole afternoon like working on a script so I would be good.
Yeah, we basically spent a full day on the script and that was it.
Because we did an outline one day, and then the next day we actually turned that outline into a script. And the amount of times I didn't follow the script to a T, I ad-libbed so many lines, but
oh yeah, you had some long lines too.
Yeah, that was the hard part. Like so many long lines. Like there's one scene that irks me, not because of your editing. It's how I delivered the line. It was it's the one right before we go outside for the Phasmophobia bit. I flubbered it at the end. I was like, ooh,
what'd you say?
It was like I remember I was trying to say, meet us out in the front yard. We'll see you in a bit. But I flubbered the "we'll see you in a bit" part, and it bothers me.
Oh, like at the end of the Phasmophobia bit?
Yeah, that part bothers me. But I mean, other than that, you know, it's. Did you say there was a bloopers coming out outtakes? Yes. Chris is gonna send me at some point, like every single thing we've recorded, and I'm gonna sift through all of it and create bloopers because there's quite a few good ones.
My monitor just shut off, so that's why like I'm not looking at you at all because I can't see you, but I can still like hear you.
Okay, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't even know because all I can see is the skit. I have to look at my phone for chat.
I'm plugging it into my other monitor, or you can just be down here as well. Where's the chat? But anyways,
yeah. Oh, this is another part I love. I don't know if you can see it, but that Chris just playing with the book, like
looking at the book, and then the other Chris, the way the Chris to the left of him like looks back at him, like the timing, it worked. Yeah. It worked out very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the takes you could see me start laughing afterwards, but we just had to keep it because of the timing. But it's fun. It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I didn't even really
creating any illusions here that this is like it's us having fun being stupid. Like we're not trying to hide that.
Like that's why I've said, like, you know, come into this skit like just knowing that it's just for fun. Like not only with our hot takes towards the end, but like we're just having fun with this. Like this isn't anything serious. This isn't anything like this is a fun little thing that we're doing, and it's great. Gotcha. And the foreshadowing where I said there, yeah, I don't need another me walking up those stairs. That's a little bit of foreshadowing. That's kind of nice. This monologue I nailed. I don't know how I nailed this one, but especially when I flubbered the one later. But I'm actually low-key proud of this. This is such a fun moment. Well, in Doctor Who, I love this bit where all the Chris's.
Doctor Who, of course, yeah.
I just love how hero mode Chris is like, he always does this, man. Like he's always doing this.
Yeah. Whenever I do super intense editing binges, my right hand mega hurting, like getting active carpal tunnel or something. I feel that.
I feel that.
What I do is I don't eat when I'm editing like crazy. And like, yeah, that happened to me a lot. Like while I was at Game Explain, like all that I was putting it all on myself by doing that. But it's just the nature, just editing or working all day. I just don't eat, and it's bad. And I don't even realize I'm hungry. And then I'm in a bad mood because I haven't eaten. But then it's like I haven't eaten for so long that my stomach hurts and I don't want to eat. That kind of thing.
I feel that. Did you manage to get those Legos home at that one go? Yes, I actually because I brought stuff over to Austin for I brought gifts for Chris, his sister Ellie, his girlfriend Caitlin, and his parents. Like I brought a lot of stuff over to give to them, so that created enough room for the Lego set to bring home. It's not like all together; they're like in little like fragments, like depending like for each piece. But I did get it all home. And I love your line here, like in Endgame, because like I never watched Endgame, so like I don't even know the reference. So I'm just like, sure.
Yeah, it's like we're both talking about things that we know that are kind of similar, but also very different. So you're like Doctor Who, I'm like Avengers.
50 turns. Oh,
that's classic. That's a good cut right there.
Yeah. Because like everyone knows, at least everyone who's played Mario Party knows that like if you're playing 50 turns, like you're in it for the long haul. Like this is like because a 50 turn game can take you upwards of 3 to 4, for even more than that, like 3.5 to 4.5 hours. Like it could be long.
Yeah.
And like I said, the Mario Party 6 footage we all captured. Like it was me and Chris, and we just played around a Mario Party on Towering Treetop. This isn't from when we played with David and Caitlin. And we were just like, we had to pick one CPU to really just dunk on, and it just ended up being Yoshi.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Yoshi, and so we were like, okay, Chris 2 is gonna be, or Chris 5 or whatever it is gonna be Yoshi, and we're gonna use the snowball bit. And we picked out the parts that we're gonna use.
So one thing about the snowball bit I want to say is that so obviously I recorded the gameplay through the game capture software for Elgato. And one thing I did as a stupid is I accidentally left the microphone on because that was on from when I did my Mario Party with viewers stream. And so with this footage, we just were laughing our butts off after like they were just like because they were like this like hold on, they were just
if you could hear the audio. Which obviously I took out, but if you could hear it, it's just us laughing our heads off when they both go stand like that, and then Mario just boom.
Yeah, they're just like standing there, and all of a sudden, just Mario decks Yoshi in the face with a snowball.
It was so funny. It was so good.
And then with Boo, I was like,
yeah, and Anyways, continue.
Yeah, because I was the one who got this Boo, and because I could have stolen a star, but I'm like, well, wouldn't it be funny if we just said, no, we're not going to steal a star. I'm just going to steal coins. So then that's where
when the other two have stars, Yoshi doesn't even have a star, but they just steal the coins. Once again, just pounding Yoshi. So good.
Exactly. Hey, Stratolix.
Hey, Stratolix.
I played a 25-turn game once, and it was torture. You see, for me, 25 turns is fine. It's once you get upwards of 30 and more. That's when it's like, oof, that's a lot.
Yeah, I can't do any more than 20. 20 is it for me. I get tired. I get bored. 20 is just right.
Oh, I love how you edited this bit, the pitiful mini game, the slow-mo.
Yeah, it all goes quiet.
And I think it's like okay. So originally in the script, what we wanted to do is we were originally just going to play the game Mass Meteor, which is in Mario Party Superstars, and we were gonna have both characters finish at the same time. And because like in Mario Party 6, if both characters finish at the same time, it chooses someone randomly as a winner. And I was like, yo, that'd be so perfect. But then we played Pitiful, and I was like, Yeah, that actually kind of cool too, where like he just freaks out because it was all luck and he lost all his coins, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, because we couldn't, no matter how hard we tried and hoped, we couldn't get mass meteor.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, we can just play it in the minigame mode. But then I remembered, like, it wasn't my memory card. It was the GameCube I had just gotten Chris. It was a new memory card, meaning the minigame wasn't unlocked. And I was like, I'm not going to sit here and try and play it until we get mass meteor. Like, I was like, that's perfect enough. So when can I buy this on Blu-ray at Best Buy?
Director's cut, Snyder cut.
Production quality was great. Personally, I still prefer the first Ocarina video, though. The first Ocarina video is a classic. Like, that is a classic.
Thank you. I like them both. I think they all have their own strengths. And not necessarily weaknesses, but like they're obviously not the highest like quality or the most thought out, you know. So like they all have, you can figure out loopholes if you really work hard enough. But like I think they all have their own areas where they're the strongest. Like I think this one works. This one's the highest quality, production quality, and also I think potentially the funniest. I think it just has like the most variety. Like it's the most just like it's like a short film. It's not a skit. This is like a more of a like a full story kind of. The other ones are more skitty.
Yeah, like it kind of wraps up. Like it's so perfect because we had at the end the exercise Chris come in and say, "Yo, I got back to my timeline." Okay, so you know that like they all got back, but now there's the issue. So like there's room for it to continue, but it closed up a story. Like it comes together pretty well.
It's a nice conclusion.
Who came? Oh God! In today's Cinema Sins. Oh God, Cinema Sins.
Oh, I hate Cinema Sins. I prefer honest trailers. It's a less pessimistic Cinema Sins.
True. Like you can't even tell what movie Cinema Sins actually even likes. Like it's just like you're so like, oh my God.
Yeah, because any movie you can tear apart. That's part of the art. That's part of it. It's just because any good movie is a miracle, you know. And so like I don't like. I mean, it's funny sometimes, but
yeah. Who came up with the plot? Chris came up with the Ocarina Paradox plot. Overall, we both kind of came up with the plot of this story. I just love how you just ask, is he dead?
Is he dead? Yeah, it's kind of funny.
I'm guessing you can't hear this, by the way, right? I have the audio.
I can't.
I
don't know if they can.
I'm guessing not. Let's see. Chris, do you want to answer that question?
Yeah, Chris, you don't have to answer this, but are you interested in joining any other Nintendo coverage channel since you left GameXplain? No, I am not. Yeah, not really, because I left GameXplain not because I wanted to leave GameXplain, but just because I wanted to leave games journalism as a career. GameXplain is the best, you know, it's the highest point I ever could have gotten in that. Like, it was great. Like, I wouldn't leave to go anywhere else. It was as good as it could get, but I just personally wanted to change careers. So no, I wouldn't like go to like Nintendo Life or something, you know, just, you know, I understand it gets complicated considering other people who have, you know, switched around and stuff. But me personally, I would not go anywhere else. I would go, if I wanted to get back into games journalism, I would beg Andre to let me join again. You know, I wouldn't go to like somewhere else because GameXplain's great. But I mean, all the other places are great too. It's just, or it seems like, but yeah, I'm not really into games journalism in general anymore. So that's why.
Yeah, I just like them too. I watched a big long video crapping on Cinema Sins. Like half the sins aren't even true, which sucks majorly. Yeah, I remember watching. They did one on the Harry Potter movies, and I'm like, well, that's not exactly accurate. But
gaming journalism takes a lot of time and time investment, more than many people realize. Yeah, that's for sure. And just doing it for a year, I just realized it wasn't for me, and so that's why I left. But there's nothing about like GameXplain in particular. This wasn't for me.
Ooh, what made you join GameXplain?
I watched GameXplain since I was 10 or 11, and so I loved them. I love GameXplain, and they're part of the inspiration for why I started, you know, like CC Media and like tried to do my own channels for a while. And so when they put out that job request, I was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna just apply, and suddenly it worked out. They liked my, you know, my charisma and thought I'd be a good addition to the team. So That's why I joined, because I was like, screw it, let's go, let's try something, let's try it, and it was great. But the time came that I was like, I want to focus on what I have realized I really want to do with my life, while I'm still young, while I still can.
Well, it's still cool that you get to say that you work at your dream job. You got to do like something you couldn't even imagine you do. That's awesome.
It was amazing. It was really great. And the whole team over at Game Explain is just awesome. And like, part of me, part of me really misses it. But I wouldn't be doing stuff like this with you, and I wouldn't be shooting, my first directorial debut short film in a week and a half, if I still worked at Game Explain. I mean, I could. They were really great about like giving me freedom to like focus on those other things and stuff, but it reached a point where like I was doing so little for them that I was just like, I feel bad that I'm like taking up a slot in Game Explain, and it's like I need to just focus on this, and they need to find someone who really wants it and is really devoted to it, And I hope they find that person, because I know they put out a job request. So yeah.
100%. Couldn't have said it better. Let's see here. All right, let's just keep going because we're not even halfway through. The ring fit part. I love that this was just so quick, but it was so perfectly quick.
Oh yeah, it's tight. Like, it doesn't need to be. And if we made this any longer, it would have been drawn out and not funny. But this is just a quick, it's great.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more to say on this. It's just and how all of us just like in the back, just like, oh my god.
I love this shot. Composition wise, I also just love this shot, and like the color. Something about this shot just works. I like it. But also it's funny too. Like, our reactions are really great.
Yeah, that's why I used this shot for the thumbnail. I was like, it's just perfect. It sums up the skit so perfectly.
Shylex said, fair enough. It did kind of feel like you mostly did news videos, but I think you really shined with the creative stuff, be it Chris and Tris or the Nintendo Land concept. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's just tough because like, the whole idea was like I would do news stuff when there is news stories, but then when I'm not working on news, I would do features, and that worked out really well. And eventually we also came up with a new schedule where like I would cover news first half of the day, someone else would cover news like during, another chunk of the day. And so we had more time to work on like the creative stuff because like, they all like, everybody knows that the creative fun stuff, that's what's most fun. That's what people most enjoy watching. But unfortunately, like, or whether it's a good or bad thing, the news updates like are super important to like gain viewership and to keep the numbers high and everything, just because we have to like, and to keep people up to date on things. So, but yeah, we tried to do as much as possible to like disperse the amount of work that everyone had to put into that sort of thing. So that people could work on more fun, creative videos. But yeah, I did do a lot of news videos first off because that's what they were looking for and that's what they hired me for. But thank you. Yeah.
That's the hard part about like YouTube and all of that. It's like you have to meet a certain the algorithm of YouTube, which is like you have to, like for news, for instance, like you have to get out stuff while it's hot. You can't be late. You can't be delayed. And it's just like, I don't know. Like, there's sometimes where I'm like, a video that I think was really, really good and was really, really fun to make doesn't do well just because it doesn't meet a specific standard that YouTube has or whatever. Like, it's just, I don't know. Later, DRP.
See ya, DRP. I'm always trying to move away from games journalism with my videos and try to do more creative stuff so I don't go insane. Yeah. I mean, games journalism is fun. I just realized like as a career for me, it's not quite right. I lean more on the, creative fun stuff, which again, like I got to do a lot of at Game Explain, but I could really do with like just making movies.
Fair enough. Oh my god. Oh, the Cappy part. Okay, we've got some stuff to say about this one. First of all, this is the most beautiful shot. Like, this, and when it switches back to you, like these are the most beautiful shots of the whole entire thing.
Yeah, and the reason why is because we're working with all the inside stuff we shot with one, maybe two lights. That back there with that orange gel over it, and another one. This outside though, we're working with natural light. So the image, there's so much light and so much more data. That's why we can get like that blurred background and just, it's really nice.
Yeah. Like this scene just came together so well. Like this is probably my favorite scene in terms of just how it all just kind of came together. Okay, this bit. So fun fact. So the hat went to the sea or to the roof. That was actually an accident. So in the scene, so this is the Chris that was filming when this happened. I was over here throwing the hat over to Chris so that we'd get a shot of the hat falling in front of this Chris. My dumb self accidentally threw the hat onto the roof, and Chris, being the absolute legend that he is, rolled with it. He just rolled with it. I was literally dying on the ground. Like I fell just laughing my butt off. Like I was like hysterical because like, oh my god, I just threw the hat onto the roof. But I realized that Chris kept going, so I was like trying to like stop myself from laughing. But it was just so perfect.
Yeah, no, it was really great. Yeah, so Zach is over there. So then, you know, I just kind of kept rolling with it because I was like, we're so using this. That's hilarious. As long as Zach's acting doesn't, or Zach's laughing doesn't make the audio unusable, which it worked out.
Yeah, I held it back just enough for it to work. I think you can even see it. You can see that this Chris is kind of looking down.
I'm looking down. I'm looking at
He's
Zach
looking
right
at
on
me.
the ground right there. Yeah, exactly. And then, and then I was like, okay, we got that. And I took the hat off, and then I ran over to the right or to the left, grabbed the inkling, and then reacted as though I was the one who had just thrown the hat on the roof. So like we cut to this shot. The start of this shot is like right after the hat left my hand, you know, because obviously Zach threw it, so we can't show him throwing it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think this was like the funniest part of the whole thing when I threw the hat into the roof. Because like afterwards we grabbed the rake that is in the back. I was like, yo, we can probably get it down with this rake, and it was just funny. Like trying to get the hat back down. Then Chris was like, wait, we have a ladder. It was oh. Oh, it's just so funny.
Then there's enough time here while you say this to assume that they got the hat down.
Yeah. And then I love the line. It's just like, oh, maybe their love and passion for Mario Odyssey will have you know, like will give them enough energy. And then you see this Chris absolutely pissed. He's just furious. He's like, I can't get this stupid hat on your stupid head.
And then we tie back to this joke. You mean your stupid head?
I just love the way this, like that other Chris catches it. Like just like man,
oh yeah,
you
it's
gotta throw better.
It's smooth. I mean, we did try that about 15 times because you couldn't throw it very well.
Oh, thanks for exposing me. Yeah,
sorry.
I'm not good at throwing things.
There's about 15 takes of me missing that. Well, I also wasn't catching it, but so it was a duel. It was a, you know.
Yeah, I'm not like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's depth perception or whatever. I cannot throw things very well, and every single throw was just not good. Oh, and here we come to the spooky bit, Phasmophobia.
Chris's directorial debut. That's right, my first short film. It's about 30 minutes long, so it's an odd length because it's, you know, walking a line between typical short film, which is a bit shorter, and then like TV pilot, which is like I only need to add like 10 pages, and like that's what it could be. But I don't really care. Or I'm going to submit it to festivals and stuff, but it's mostly just so I can really make my first thing and sort of make my mark and learn and grow, because it's my first time directing something big with the full cast and crew. So it's going to be a lot. But I'm so excited. I'll keep you guys, I'll keep everyone in the loop.
Will that like be released on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I'll probably just put it on my YouTube. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to sort of revamp my channel, like unlist most of my videos and sort of revamp it as more of like a filmmaking kind of thing. And that might be kind of the first thing that goes up, nice. Along with like some behind the scenes stuff.
Zach, I'm hoping most of that Dark Moon Slander was comedic. It was. All that stuff at the end was just for comedic purposes. Like all of it. The Dark Moon stuff. I don't like Dark Moon that much, but I don't think it's trash. Like I like it was all, and the Paper Mario stuff as well. It was all for the comedic purposes.
Origami King better than 1,000-Year Door.
Hey,
what's up, CJ Destroyer?
Welcome
to the stream.
Oh my god, this shot as well is amazing. I love this. What you did with because like those stones were originally like an orangey color.
Yeah, they're orange. I made them, kind of gray, blue. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna unlist my videos, but put them all in a playlist. I'm gonna call it like CC Media Memories or something like that, and then you can still watch them. But I'll probably keep up like maybe the Hey Listens or like all the Ocarina skits, like the more the stuff that goes in line a bit more with the creative aspects. But just like your random review of Luigi's Mansion 3 or whatever, yeah, I'll just unlist all that stuff, but put it in a playlist.
Oh my god.
The film quality / stock use feels like a real production. Thank you, Eric. Never felt like I was watching a random one-off YouTuber vlog. That is good. I'm glad.
Oh, this shot is so good. The way you got all of it together with you walking in, then us on the walkie, then you walking up the stairs, and Caitlin following you. Like, oh my god, this is so good. You gotta keep my favorite Nintendo Worlds video. That's a banger.
That is a good. I forgot about that video. Thank you for reminding me. I'll keep that one up. That one's great.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can pause it on Caitlin. Yeah, like you did such a good job making Caitlin look like a spooky ghost.
Thank you.
And it fits like as if it's actually in Phasmophobia. Like that is so good.
It's quick, it's quick, and we hear like the whisper, like the oh, and then it cuts out. As she goes by the camera, it's tight. It's spooky.
Yeah. When's the next Mario Party stream? I might do one tomorrow because I actually really enjoyed the one that we did last week. So I'll probably do one tomorrow. Oh yeah, the way you have it, so like she's going up the stairs, and then like we open the door right behind. Like it just blends together so well.
It's really, really nice.
Oh.
Did the file send over to you in a 16:9 format?
That's like 16:9. That's
normal widescreen. Because like this YouTube video has the black bars.
Well, it has the black bars when you're in full screen. If you're not in full screen,
it's the right shape. It's like
yeah. So hold on. So when you're not full screen, it's just like this.
Okay, cool, great.
So we go back to the joke about not seeing one of the other's videos.
Yep.
So earlier it was me about Chris's Paradox skits. For this, it's him and my Phasmophobia videos. Really, really clever. How's our other Alex doing? Alex doing well. Caitlin did good with this. She has the Mario hops. Oh, great. That was scary to film. I was because so actually I'll talk about that when we get there. Oh, I love this part. Not you. Oh. And the transition you did here with like the ghost singing and then transitioning into the next scene is also really, really good.
Thank you. I love this shot. It's nice.
Yeah.
Caitlin did good on the camera work here.
Yeah, Caitlin and David really helped us on the Phasmophobia bit specifically. Like they helped us out so much. Like really big shout out to them for all the help they gave us that night. I love just like the subtle writing you hear in the background, like as the book's being written in. It's perfect.
Itsy bitsy teeny tiny goo goo gaga. Yep.
Oh, it was so perfect. We got Fun Day tomorrow. Yeah, Fun Day with Mario Party. So yeah, so this I actually that was written by me. It was based on actually one of the pages from the actual Phasmophobia game, which I was like, it's pretty cool.
You guys are brave to film a night scene. Shooting in low light can be really hard sometimes, I know. And we only had one light that we were working with, and it turned out pretty good. Most of my short film, actually, that I'm shooting in a couple weeks is night, but I actually have like a DP for it and a whole camera crew. So hopefully, the idea is it will look great. But yeah, night stuff is hard. You have to create light sources, and that's much harder than using natural light.
Chris, this shot looks so good. The thermometer. So this isn't actually obviously it's not -9.6 degrees Celsius on like actually in the house. I created like a little graphic that resembles the thermometer from Phasmophobia, and it came out super well looking. Like if you look at the thermometer from Phasmophobia, like that. I mean, obviously besides the fact that this is white and not blue, it's like so like it. and like the breath that Chris did like just before. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like that's what you see in Phasmophobia. It's like so good. It's like Phasmophobia in real life. Like 2 p.m. Yeah, that's probably when I do the stream. It wouldn't be as early as today. This line. This is the line I'm not happy with my deliverance of because I flubbered the end. But
we also got this whole thing in one take, you know, so there was no coverage. We couldn't cut to anything else to like edit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't even really know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
if you pay attention, yeah. Okay, good. Because if you pay attention, you see it. But okay, here we go. Walking out.
Ooh.
So you see the lights flicker in the background. That was like a very last minute addition. I was like, we got like the light flicker from like those windows. Like,
yeah, it's cool. It's really cool.
I was like, things are going wrong with Chris.
How much of the darkness? Was real, and was any added in post? The flashlight lighting also really pops. Thanks. Yeah. When it came to color grading all the Phasmophobia stuff, it was dark in the house, but I still jacked down like the shadows and even the midtones just to make it even darker and spookier. And then I just also dropped the color temperature down a lot to make it all very like blue, because that especially makes it feel kind of like cold and kind of spooky. I tried orange at first because I thought that also might be kind of spooky, but the blue was better.
Yeah, like all this before was like bright orange. Not bright orange, but you know what I mean. Like it was more warm in temperature, like these stones here particularly, and obviously us. But it looks so good with like the cooler temperature. So this came out so well. The EMF reader. So the EMF reader little label thing here I made. I slapped that together pretty quickly. Chris obviously did all these lights up on top, and EMF 5, it's all lit up. It looks really good.
Yeah, and we just slapped that on in post. So I was saying this earlier, it's just my phone. It's just like all I'm holding is like the back of my phone here. And then I just motion tracked and superimposed it onto the phone, and it works. Looks all right.
Yeah, then we have Caitlin coming in the background. Like, oh, it looks so spooky. Like, it looks so good.
It's really good.
Oh.
And then I made it very flickery and hard to see, just because if I stayed on any of it for any longer, like it's obvious that it's just Caitlin jumping up onto me. So I just used the lights flickering as a way to kind of hide the reality of what's really going on. Oh, it's so good. Then I made her super like white and glowy.
So I was gonna mention this earlier, but I was like, I want to wait till we got to the actual part. So here, as you can probably tell, this is a staircase. I was scared with this shot because we were like this is like right on the top of a staircase. Obviously, Caitlin is jumping on Chris, and he has to like fall. I was like, oh no, this just spells someone is gonna get hurt. Even with the pillows we had down on the ground, I was like, I am nervous, but it turned out so well. Oh my gosh. Reminds me of Emmy and Metroid Dread. Ooh.
That's a good comparison.
I love how this feels like this is Luigi's Mansion in real life. That's another reason why I kind of want to add the Phasmophobia bit, because like it's very obviously Phasmophobia, but like for Luigi's Mansion fans, I feel like they would also like it because like you want to know with a flashlight, there's a ghost, It's a little scarier, a little spookier. You guys know your skit very well. Yeah, I mean Chris and I like literally this has been like day 3 onwards of my trip there. Like we focused on this.
This has been like our life for the past week or so, editing it, putting it together.
All right, so now we're at the finale. Oh my god, this monologue.
Slowly pushing in. That's not a digital zoom either. I was actually trying to move the camera in.
Oh, is this when like Caitlin was holding the legs and you were like
yeah, so I have a tripod track I could have set up where we just roll the camera, but I was like, it's gonna take so long, and so I just like set up the camera tripod in a way to where like I put it on 2 legs and then I shortened to the 3rd leg and then just kind of like rotated the tripod forward like that, just kind of like leaned it forward while holding the camera on it, and so it made it look like the camera is pushing in. And it's okay. I had to stabilize it in post, so there's some up and down movement, but I think it's pretty cool.
On this moment, we're just looking at each other.
Yeah.
Paper Mario. Oh my god. Dark Moon was great.
That's the one screw up there, how it kind of like punches into you there.
I'll be honest. I actually thought that was like intentional. Like I was like, yeah, and then you push in saying no origami. I actually thought that was intentional.
Okay, that's good.
I like that.
Just because I think I accidentally copied over the stabilization from the last clip, and so it was doing some weird things. But it's okay. It's quick. You don't really notice it.
Let's see here. Still doesn't beat the Zach Pack 2019 Halloween special. We don't talk about that special. We don't talk about that special here. I'd be down to participate in one of your future skits. Hey!
Sweet.
Yeah, we obviously, in the future, we're definitely going to want to grow these and do, because when Chris and I are with each other, we get like that kind of motivation to do this kind of fun stuff. So yeah, definitely in the future, we're definitely going to be doing more stuff. So we'll see. Oh, and this bit where. I just love how you have boba in your hand. Like,
yeah, I was like, I'm gonna carry the boba.
My God, so perfect. Chris and Caitlin got me into boba. It's actually really good because I'm not that big of like a tea person, but like this boba is actually pretty good.
Yeah, me neither. But I love me some boba tea.
And I love that's also a throwback. The ambush, or was it the Astral Hall ambush song that plays when we're putting all the stuff down? Was actually the old theme for like that intro I had. It was a while ago. Before actually, it's not even that long ago. Actually, it's before I got the new, good-looking one. Is that song that plays? I guess that's also a cute little callback that I didn't think of. And I love that you chose it has to be the Secret Mind theme, right, from Dark Moon in the background there.
Yeah. It's just nice, ambient. We needed something, and it works. Yeah, I kind of like Boba Fett too. Not sure what it has to do with tea though. Hey, nice. Zach, yesterday I said something about Boba Fett, and Zach was like, "Well, huh?" I was like, "Boba Fett," and he was like, "What?"
Listen, I'm not a Star Wars guy, okay?
That's pretty funny.
It's Rudy Goodman. Oh, Sydney Goodman, my crush.
Oh my gosh. Was she in Free Guy? I know a bunch of people were in Free Guy, but I don't think she was.
I don't know.
Anyways.
We have a boba cafe called Quickly. It's pretty good.
Ooh.
Oh my God, I love this bit.
The lightning, the thunder, and
the shake.
The light getting darker.
I love your face, and you're like, oh, dropped.
I'm just gonna.
And yeah, I think adding Chauncey to the back just added so much. Because like at first I was like, because originally we didn't have Chauncey in the background. I was like, I think we should add something. I'm like, Chauncey's voice, because it's referencing Chauncey. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool and kind of creepy.
And I couldn't find any Luigi's Mansion music that quite fit the seance moment, so I used like the final Bowser fight from Mario 64, and then I used like Ganondorf's theme from Ocarina of Time, and for the next seance. And like I think they both worked very well.
Yeah, it worked so well. Oh, the chord. All right, now the seance is actually going to begin. Strauss has a question for you. How do you think Joker 2 will end up?
Seems like a strange idea considering what type of movie Joker was. Oh, Joker's so good. Joker's really great. I wish they would make standalone movies in the Joker style, or sort of, like maybe in that same universe, like make a villain universe that's separate from everything. And like make a movie called like Crane, and make it about the Riddler or the Scarecrow. That's what I mean. Right. Or do different ones about the villains, but Joaquin Phoenix is so good. I get why they're doing a sequel. It's just, they're going to have to be really careful about how they write it and make sure it's still good. I think something that would be really cool is two Jokers. Like another Joker comes out trying to be Joker, right? If it's like Willem Dafoe or something like that, like another really great actor who like fans have been wanting to play Joker for a long time, right? And then the whole storyline is like them two, like either going at it against each other or, whatever. Like, and then maybe it even turns into like a Prestige type thing where like they're both trying to out joke the other kind of, and then if they push it too far, like that kind of thing. I know it might sound kind of stupid on paper, but like a two Jokers movie could be good. And I think that was an idea that like Willem Dafoe had. He was like, well, this could be what they do with it. And I'd be down to play the other Joker, right? It was kind of like that. That could be funny. Or not funny, but it could be fun. It could be interesting.
Nintendo Hero says, these are the sorts of scenes that must be awkward to shoot without the effects to sell it. It was. Like, me shouting gaga goo goo ga was the most awkward thing. And okay, so before we had like actually filmed this, so on this day when we were filming the seance, it was Chris and me and Caitlin. So Caitlin was there, and I was like, she's gonna bust out laughing when I start talking like a baby, like screaming this stuff. So like I did a take, or like I did a take without the cameras rolling, just to show her what like she'd be seeing, so like it wouldn't take her by surprise. And she was recording me on her phone, so that'll be in like the behind the scenes. And it's just like, I was doing this mock version of it, and I'm like, "You're recording me!" And I pretended to tackle her, and it's, I don't know, it's funny. That's going in the behind the scenes.
Bro, The Prestige is legit one of my favorite films. I love that one to pieces. Yeah, it's great. I just watched it again just a couple weeks ago, and it's really, really, really good. Underrated Christopher Nolan movie.
I need William Dafoe Joker in my life.
Oh, yes.
And how long did the skit take from start to finish? To record, it took us 4 days, right?
Yeah.
I think we started on the Tuesday.
4 days, shooting anywhere from 3 to 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
Because we didn't spend all day every day doing it.
Yeah, no. I think our longest shoot was probably the beginning bit, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
Or that last day with Caitlin, all the seance stuff.
Yeah. I think well, Phasmophobia took a little bit too. Phasmophobia, with Phasmophobia, we were up late. Like, we were filming like 11 something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm glad we got my Power Glove in there.
Yeah. Like, we didn't even really acknowledge it at all. Like, the Power Glove just came out. Like, the Virtual Boy has a reason for being there because, obviously, Luigi's Mansion 3. But the Power Glove was just like...
Yeah.
I wish I still had my GameCube box. Well, okay, here's another funny story. That GameCube box is actually a Japanese GameCube box. So if you watch my gift exchange video, I got Chris a GameCube. And when I got to his house, he showed me around. I saw the box GameCube, and I was like, shit, he already has a GameCube. I was like, dang it. But so he was doing something like another room. I think he was looking for the Ocarina. And I was like peeking at it. I saw the Japanese text, and I was like, phew.
It's Japanese, that's right. So I can't actually play any games on it.
Oh, so
I just got it just to have it.
Too perfect.
So it was like the GameCube and the box, and it was like $60 or something. And I was like, all right.
You guys should try doing a joint reaction to the next Nintendo Direct. We will be. Most likely. Depending on timing, obviously. If Chris is doing short film stuff, then obviously I'm not going to expect him to pull his obligation from that. But we will be recording a predictions video, so predictions we'll do together at least.
Yeah.
So if the timing is right, hopefully the reaction will do together as well.
Yeah, hopefully. If it's any time in the next week, I can probably do reaction. Anytime after that, probably not. So hopefully it's soon.
Yeah, I hope so. Usually it's like right after their financial briefings, right? And like we just had that, so
it could literally be like any second.
Just imagine, like, like next week when we do our next Chaturday or whatever, like we'll know more games that are coming out, or we'll know release dates and stuff like that. That'll be kind of crazy.
Probably within the next week, yeah.
Hopefully. David's cameo, I love it.
Yeah, and we grabbed that on a separate day.
Yeah. So, like, David had absolutely no clue. Like, all we told him, I think, is you're walking in on a seance. And that's basically all we told him.
Yeah, it's true. So that's pretty much his genuine reaction.
Yeah, it was so perfect. David just killed it in his 2 seconds on screen. I love it. And it's like another nod to CC Media, obviously, because like people on my channel probably don't know who David is. But if you watch CC Media and Hey Listen and all that, you definitely know who David is. So,
but I'm glad this still came out after the Mario Party video, so that hopefully more people on your channel knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he was in that.
Heck yeah, predictions will be fun nonetheless. Yeah.
Yep.
We're still kind of organizing that because we want to film that soon in case it gets announced, and I want to have it up first. have the
Yeah.
first predictions video up. But
I can do it probably either later today or possibly tomorrow because my DP's coming over today.
all right, just keep it posted. We can record that today, because I'm down to do that.
Cool. We'll see if hopefully I have time.
I'll call up Doug Bowser and tell him to do it this week just for you guys. The only David I recognize is Railman Go. Hey, Railman Go. I recognized him. It was great to see. Yeah, again, like people who are on Chris's channel and who are watching the skit, there's little things in there for them as well. I don't know. It's just fun because Chris and I, we've had this, like, we've collabed a lot. And obviously, we're good friends now, but like we've collabed a lot in the past 3 years. So it's like a lot of our audience is kind of intertwined. Like a lot of people who watch my content have seen Chris's content and vice versa, even before Game Explain. So
yeah,
it's just really cool. And another little thing I never noticed, I didn't realize until I'm posting this. It's not plugged in. It's still not plugged in.
It's still not plugged in, and you're totally just not standing there.
Not there. But you know what?
You're literally standing there.
True.
But who cares?
It doesn't matter. It's just those little things where it's like, if you didn't, like, that's why I said this is just for fun. It's not supposed to be taken to. Oh, and you can see the leg of the light, like like all those little things. It doesn't matter though. It's so cute. It's so fun. All right, later Nintendo Hero. Yeah, we probably won't be on too much longer, anyways.
I miss CC Media, so I lap up all the Easter eggs and references. Yeah. I miss it too.
How much longer do you plan on streaming? Probably not too much longer. Maybe like another 10 minutes because we're gonna finish this up. Maybe talk for a few minutes because I don't want to hold Chris any longer. So yeah, we're at the ending here, anyways. And then it ends with Second Me.
Same music from earlier.
And the music is so fitting too. It's like dorky, but also kind of mysterious.
Yep, it's the Cappy music from Odyssey.
So I said, damn it. Like, I was like, I don't want to swear in the video because like I am more loose with my language than Chris obviously usually is, at least, on videos. Like I usually don't care, but I'm like, I don't want to swear in this video, but I wanted to throw in a damn it at the end. And I don't know if you caught this, Chris, but it was kind of inspired by, have you ever watched The Sweet Life on Deck?
Oh yeah, dude.
There's
I love Sweet Life on Deck.
The one guy, Woody, I think his name is. He always says, "Dang it." I wanted to have that inspiration in there.
Nice.
So I was like, damn it.
To me, it felt very Scott the Woz. Damn it. It works that way too.
Yeah, it works that way too. I was thinking more Sweet Life on Deck.
Sweet Life on Deck. That's a good throwback.
I do see that. And then we had this conversation before, which obviously links to CC Media. But and then also we have the credits. We don't need to talk about this. Then we also had a little goodbyes here, or little thank yous here and all that. But let me go back to Deaf View. See, I remember that show. Yeah. Oh yeah, when that virtual boy, when we were shaking. So Caitlin was shaking the table and I was flickering the lights. And when Caitlin was like flickering the table, that virtual boy was to the edge, and
it was scary. Like, it was scary.
We were like, "Oh,
it was pretty funny."
That's scary. I think extra cheesy Cheez-Its are my new favorite flavor. You see, I don't like extra cheesy flavored snacks. I feel like it's just too strong. Like those extra strong cheddar goldfish, whatever. Like I love goldfish. But the extra strong ones, not for me.
Yeah, I love goldfish. I used to hate the extra cheesy ones, but then I really liked the extra cheesy ones, but now I don't like them again.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just too strong.
It's really strong.
Yeah, Scott. Yeah, I didn't even think of Scott the Woz, but the other thing is that everyone can just have their own interpretation of the skit.
My biggest regret in my life is not having Scott say, "Hey y'all" in hero mode.
Oh.
I don't know why that never came up. I never mentioned it. He never mentioned it. No one ever mentioned it. And it's like, come on, dang it. You can't have Scott without. Shoot, I totally forgot about that.
Well, that's fine. You got to come up to Philadelphia for Too Many Games because I believe Scott the Woz goes to that expo, so you can actually meet him.
I'll be like, "Hey, I'm the kid that was in the movie that you filmed a little thing for like 3 years ago that also worked at Game Explain, who you might know." It's all the weird connections that he and I have, even though like we've never really met besides over the phone briefly.
Well, you got Wood to follow you on Twitter. Wood from Beat 'em Up.
Wood is awesome. He came to the premiere because he lives in like Fort Worth, and so he came down. He sat next to me and Andre. It was such a weird whirlwind watching my movie, sitting next to Andre and Wood from Beat 'em Ups. and that was wacky. If only you'd have been there, that'd have been so cool. But I think you were in like England at the time, right?
No, it was that's when my grandparents' memorial service was, because I was
right.
like, oh, I would have so flown down if it was just like 1 weekend later or something. But yeah. I don't know if they're too strong too, but after having them, the regular ones are too boring, especially the extra toasty ones. Actually, I can see the extra toasty ones getting like the extra toasty Cheez-Its are like the specialty that you find in I wouldn't want a whole box of them. I like them being the little surprises in my box of Cheez-Its. See, that was a really great video. It must be so satisfying seeing the final product. It really was. Like, because when I left, we basically had a rough draft of the whole skit done by the time I flew back to New York. But Chris has still had to do like the color correction, like the music,
sound
superimposing of some of
and
the
all those things. All those things carry it.
Yeah, and it was just so good. All right, last minute questions, and then we'll log off.
Any
last minute things?
Burning questions. I need some lunch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up before my DP comes over. I gotta.
Oh my god.
Wake up. I gotta clean up. I gotta do some other stuff.
I was just like, yo, where's my phone? I'm using it for chat. I'm an idiot.
As people making the video, you'll obviously be able to pick out little faults. We are always our own harshest critics. It was fantastic. Thank you so much, Eric. I couldn't have said it better. That's definitely true. I'm super proud of this. It was so much fun. There's nothing I would change about it. Knowing, with how, considering like how quickly we made it and everything, like it's really great. So like, I appreciate that.
It's just like one of those things as well. Like, I mean, for me, like, yes, it's a skit that I'm putting on YouTube, but I mean, I feel like more than anything else for me, it was a fun project I got to do with Chris. Because, like, not to get too personal and sentimental and all that kind of BS, but, like, Chris has really become, like, one of my best friends. Chris and I talk on a daily basis. Like, he's my #1 friend on Snapchat and has been for the past, like, 8 months.
We got, like a 250-day streak or something like that.
Yeah, so, like, Chris and I just become really good friends. And it's, for me, like, was just a really fun project I got to do with a good friend. And, we get to look back on it. And even if we do more in the future, obviously they'll be better. We'll, there'll be more work put in some of the future ones maybe. And we'll just get to look back at this one as our first little project, or first, like, skit kind of project we got to do together. And I don't know, just really nice to, do.
Yeah, for sure. Likewise, all the way around. I'm ready to make the next one.
I know. I can't wait. But I want to go down to Texas again, or back to Austin again so badly. Like it's like I had so much fun when I was down in Austin with Chris. It was unbelievably fun. So I can't wait.
Come back in March.
Yeah, I mean,
next month.
I definitely want to. It just depends on my job situation. Like if I'm working at a school, that would be impossible.
Yeah.
So I mean. Like, that's why I don't want to jinx myself here, but that's why I'm, like, really, Game Explained, still kind of hoping on that a little bit. Not going to say too much because I don't want to start that can of worms, but, like, or at least something where I'm working from home.
Yeah.
Like, so I can take my laptop with me, do some work, we can plan stuff, we can do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be really great. I really hope it works out for you.
Here's the hoping. Will says, sup, Chris, sup, Zach?
What's up, Will?
What's up, Will? Also, Zach, I said this in the Discord this week, but in case you missed it, my friend got me cheetah socks. I feel like I did see that. I was like, I think I just scrolled through. But yeah, I saw the cheetah socks. They look cool.
That's an abbreviation for in case you missed it. I've never known what that is.
Now you know.
Yeah.
What do you think of favorite Future Krusty Krab? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I never played it.
Snap Pack.
Zach has Snap confirmed and then Snap Pack. Oh god.
Snap Pack.
I mean, I'm 23. Like, right? Most people my age have Snapchat, I think. I don't know.
I'm 22. I have Snapchat. Just kidding.
And math.
I'm 21.
There we go. That's better. All right. I think I'll just call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm glad it seems like everyone at least enjoyed the skit. It was so much fun to put together. Chris and I had an absolute blast putting it together.
So fun.
Again, special thank you to Chris and Caitlin and David for helping out. Y'all are the bomb. Stay tuned for behind the scenes and blooper stuff. Behind the scenes will probably come out first because I've already got all that footage together.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. Probably sometime next week.
I'll send you all the footage.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And
I need lunch.
Yeah, I need to eat. I'm getting hungry.
So because the files are huge, like each individual clip is like 5 gigabytes. So I think I'm gonna put it all into DaVinci or Premiere and then export it just as one long track.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
You can cut it. You just watch through it and cut it up however you want.
Yeah, the file size of the skit itself is actually really small. It was only like a gigabyte or like
Yeah,
right, like a gigabyte
great.
something. That's great.
I
Like,
mean,
Final Cut like it's horrible with file sizes.
Yeah, it is. Premiere's okay actually. Premiere's pretty good. But yeah, I just exported it on DaVinci's native or standard settings. But it seemed like the encoding and everything was like pretty good, and like it looked okay. It looks pretty good on YouTube, and so yeah, I guess they've got it down pretty well. But anyways, yeah, thank you all for watching.
Yeah, so thank you guys all for watching. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, I'll most likely do a Mario Party stream, playing Mario Party with viewers. So come around for that tomorrow, most likely. Other than that, I got nothing else to say. So thank you guys so much for watching the stream, and until next time, you guys, we'll see you all later.
Bye-bye.